Hello everyone, welcome to another episode from the series where I rig and animate Tracer from Overwatch. We are using Spine 2D 4.0 version, and today I wanted to do dashing animation of the Tracer with some blue lights coming out of her chest and some blurry dashing like silhouette. But before touching any VFX, I want to explain how I do VFX in general in Spine. So this video will be about VFX, and I will be exploring some projects that I did previously, and I created some simple projects also to explain some stuff. So keep tuned to see how I did, and maybe you have questions, ask in comments. I will be happy to answer them. And importantly, that this is not a video about how you can create VFX from scratch, like drawing them frame by frame, or like generate them in some engine like Unity or Unreal, so create some particle effects. It's only a way that you can manipulate already created VFX PNG sequences into Spine today to combine them, combine VFX with your characters or environment, whatever. Okay, let's see what we have. Here are some characters made in Spine and combined with some pre-made VFX. I want to cover the importance of optimization of VFX in Spine. So it's really important. You need to resize them at maximum level. You would be surprised how much you can actually reduce the size without any loss of the quality, since the VFX mostly appear very quickly and they are glowing and maybe some blurry. So make sure you just reduce them how much you could. The other thing is reversing VFX. If you have, for example, explosion, you can reverse the frames and achieve some anticipation of explosion with same frames, with same images. Also, you can take one of the frames and put it in different animation, like in attack where character hits or shoots. You can use that one frame of the explosion. So make sure you are reusing your VFX parts of it, and when you pick VFX, really think before picking them. So you have 10 animations, think how you could reuse all of those VFX in all this animation. If you want to go with one combined animation with like 3 VFX and none of those smaller parts of that VFX will be used in other animation, better to combine them in external program like in After Effects or Photoshop, wherever is comfortable for you. But if smaller VFX are going to be used in different animation, better to have them separated. Okay, other thing is you can duplicate VFX, change the color, size, and offset the frames, and maybe expand the frames to remove some parts of them to overlay with the original one, and you will achieve richer and more fresh, I think, look of the same VFX using just same frames. Also, you can change the timing always of the VFX. You can duplicate similar frames to make it slower, or you can just expand and maybe add in betweens, just copy pasting, whatever works. Just think that it's not fixed. You don't need to key all the frames one by one. You can change the timing. Okay, that was it. Let's see the projects actually and how I did them, how I do them for now. Here we have sequences, and what I do mostly, I make them flow in perspective over some surfaces. Let's see this example. I have a tutorial done. I'm using linked mesh and exactly the same sequence. Just with linked mesh, I deform one mesh and the other meshes just copy transforms. So here are the meshes. This one, I have deformed it in setup pose. You can also bind the mesh to the bones and modify the bone position. This one and this one. Okay, let's see the next example. Here's another use case of the same technique. I have linked mesh and I have other frames copying transforms using linked mesh functionality. And this time I bounded the mesh to the bones, so I can move the bones instead. Here, let's play. These are two VFX that I use, and let's see how you can combine them and actually use them in some animation. You can use those and attach those bones to the hands or antennas. And let me show you in preview window. Let me hide myself. Okay, here's it. And let's actually hide this panel. So this is the animation, and you can attach these bones, these ones, to hands or antennas or wherever you want, somewhere dynamically moving. And this way you can just move them and rotate them. They would keep the animation. This is very useful, and you avoid a lot of headaches with this setup. Just two sequences, three instances, and two instances of this. Okay, let's see next example. Believe me or not, but we are using same technique, just in a different use case. Okay, this is the clean VFX sequence, and this is the final animation. It looks like tornado effect. I have covered this in different tutorial. I will post the link on the screen, and you can see that the mesh also is bound to these bones, so you can move them while in animation. I haven't moved them here. And the top part is using basic scaling of the parent, and the rotation happens in the children local space. You can check them in tutorial. Also, the effects are offsetted a little bit, and they even have color different a little bit, with gradually reducing alpha. Okay, let's see the next example. Some groundbreaking hit. And let's hide the bones and let's play them slowly. Okay, let's see now what we have. We have this effect, 4 frames, and we have the same effect copied but different color. You can see it has also a little bit offset in the timing. Here, 1 frame, and it gives some kind of depth in 3D space. Also, it gets scaled and moved along the animation. Here is it. Okay, let's see the next example. Okay, another breaking animation, ground, heat, impact, explosion, I don't know how to call, but same technique, same effect. Just here you can see that with 2 images you can achieve some kind of debris effect. Like, no need to do different like bones and animate them as I did in previous example. Let's see the previous one. You can see that here we have this part separated. Although I have it in 1 image here, but I used bones to animate them separately, while the other one, they are just images that I combined and creating illusion of multiple rocks. Okay, let's see next example. By the way, where I am, let's enable the camera. Okay, let's see the here we have lightning. We have a bolt, this one that I made myself. I drew it, you can see from messy lines here. Don't be afraid drawing yourself if you don't have drawing skills. I don't have either, I have some basic skills. So the main bolt is combined with like secondary effect to give more power. and we have impact here. These are combined, and this impact I am very sure that this impact I also will be using in other animation, also this bolt separately. Otherwise I would combine the bolt with this secondary animation in Photoshop or After Effects. So this is what I was saying before. If you are going to use separately in different animation, then leave them as it is. But if they are only in this animation, better to combine them in one sequence. Okay, let's see. I think next one is also lighting. Yes, again lighting, different style, but the same thing. Again, I have impact. I have also, you can see that this is the same impact as I had previously, so I reuse some VFX along other projects in the same domain of the project. And this is another effect, and this is the bolt. By the way, if you want to copy past the bolts, you can just find the root one that contains all the effects, and I suggest having one. Don't create a mess in the project. And when you copy, it copies also the keys, and this way you have two overlapping effects. You can move them and you have simultaneously playing bolts. And if you want to offset one, you could go and find them here, but sometimes you have a very big hierarchy duplicated. So this time I will just right click on the original one to hide it and select all the frames for the second one. I am very sure that this is showing only the new copied bolt, and would offset it. Later I would hit locate the playhead here, key all the visible keys and copy past at the 0 frame. Okay, maybe I would also hide this because the original one starts exactly already with one bolt. Okay, let's show it back, and we have two bolts exactly looking the same but with a delay. So this way you can copy several bolts. Okay, let's see next example. The last two examples are about teleporting characters, teleport effect. Let's see it. It hides and shows. It hides and shows. It may be a little bit confusing, but when the character is here, always very clean. So this yellow triangle is actually the silhouette of the character. I can reuse the create in Photoshop the silhouette quickly, just reducing the size and adding some blurry effect. And again, you can see that I have one effect, just duplicated it and with a little rotation. I have three instances of the same effect appearing one after another, and they have also color different. And this is a separate animation effect. Okay, that was it. Let's see the other one. I want to save this. Okay, this one is actually moving. It's not teleporting, rather than moving magically, like dashing or I don't know. Again, I use the same technique here. We can see we have one effect, just duplicated 4 times, and with a little bit delay and color adjustment. We have main that has white bright color, and the other one that are more looking secondary, just to give a rich view of the VFX. But basically that's it. We can see also that this VFX also gets scaled. Don't forget to use every tool here available to avoid more frames in the final sprite sheet. Okay, let's see now how you could get some VFX if you are not like artist and you are not provided with some VFX from the developers. What to do in that case? We have 2 popular libraries here. The first one is my favorite one, and they both are made primarily for After Effects, but we can use on also spline characters or environment, whatever. So they provide movie files. They provide this one provides PNG sequences with alpha channel, and you can use them in your YouTube channel, in TV series, in games, wherever you want. You can even sell the content that you created with this VFX, like characters or environment, whatever. But there are some exceptions, like you can't give ability to users to modify effects or resell the product. Make sure you read the license. Don't take my word, just. So it comes with assets that you already can use, or you can go in After Effects. If you have experience in After Effects, you can combine those effects directly in After Effects and export them as PNG sequences and use them in Spline. Both libraries provide some responsive galleries where you can search by name or navigate to look and find exactly what you want to use in your spline, or even you want to combine this and this. You go and find in After Effects and combine all of them and export new PNG sequence. Also, sometimes you can see, oh, I like this effect, how it would look like reverse. You can save the GIF right from here, and in this tool as GIF.com, you can upload it here and use this functionality to reverse, and you will see how it would look reversed. So maybe you want to see any other opportunity from that GIF. Okay, that was it. And before going quickly, I would like to show how it looks in After Effects. If you want to combine the effects directly here and maybe modify the color, they are fully modifiable. You can come here, and here are I have two tabs for both libraries. Here. And you can just drag and drop. For example, let's find some cool effects and drag and drop it here and try to combine. If you are familiar with After Effects, you would quickly understand what's going here. Here are they. And basically you can combine them here. Okay, that was it. Now the next video will be about dashing animation of the chaser, and I think some glowing parts from her chest. Okay, that would be fine. Maybe we will have time to do the like punching animation, or maybe shooting from her guns. I don't know, we'll see in the next video. Make sure you are subscribed if you don't want to miss that video. I will post the links that I was talking about, that plugins like libraries, in the description. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.